guys, today is a great day. NFL kicks off tonight. We got our Bengals gear on, ready for Sunday football, and another happy day in the state of Kentucky.
Absolutely.
Sports gambling started up today. Not on the app yet, but you can go to either Turfway or Newport Gaming and put your sports betting in there. Win some money, deposit that into your account, and what, Scott? It's up to you now. What are we doing with that money in our deposit in our account?
We'll make the world's worst segue into deposits and bank statements and how it relates to a mortgage loan. Fun stuff, right? People probably like the sports betting better.
I think so.
But real briefly, because we get questions on this all the time, asking why do you need this? What do you need? What's this mean? Quite simply, when you're buying a house, they're going to ask for at least 1 or 2 months bank statements for any account that you're using to bring money to closing. Down payment, closing costs, whatever. Whatever you're using for closing, they're going to want to see a bank statement. Now, any deposits or additions into that bank statement to determine if they're acceptable sources of funds need to be documented. Stuff that doesn't need to be documented, your direct deposit from your payroll, your work, Social Security, if you have pension income, if you happen to get a tax refund, they know what that is. You don't need any paperwork or letters on that.
What about grandma giving you a deposit?
Good, yeah. It's smaller amounts of money. You know, you win money on a football game this weekend from your buddies, you put $100 in the bank, grandma gives you a check for your birthday, whatever it is. If it's under a certain amount of money, no documentation needed.
And what is that certain amount though, Scott?
It depends. Most loan programs, if it's under 1% of the purchase price. So if it's a $250,000 house, deposit's less than $2,500, usually no questions asked. Maybe a simple letter explaining what it is, but really nothing needed. Or if it's over a certain percentage of your qualifying income, but that's on another type of loan. So usually it's not a big deal. If you, again, sports betting, you win money off your buddies, birthday party, small deposits, a couple $100 here and there, no, not a big deal. That said, there are one loan program, or is a loan program. There's another program in the state of Kentucky where they give you a grant for your down payment, and there are maximum household income limits for that. So the only time that you are going to be questioned, even on a random $20 deposit, is in that situation, because the underwriter needs to determine if that's from a secondary job, maybe you cut grass on the side, or you sell stuff online, whatever it is. If they want to determine if that's another source of income for your household that might disqualify you,
Gotcha.
They'll question on it. If it's something that's PayPal money, Venmo stuff between roommates, we've had that before. A simple letter usually suffices.
So will they look at your Venmo and your PayPal?
Generally not. Generally on the bank statement, it'll say usually who it's from. And I've had people in the past where they were, a younger person maybe, and they had roommates before they were buying a house, and they Venmo funny for food, groceries, whatever it is.
Right.
There's a simple letter.
Maybe,
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And a simple letter, and it makes sense what it is. If it's something that's more, you had random checks from different parties, then they might, what's that from? And they might dig in a little more. Again, just on a small percentage of loans that have a maximum income allowed. But, with the season of sports betting that we are in,
finally,
don't worry about if you win a bet off your buddies and you get scared about putting money in your bank. It'll be okay.
So you heard it, folks. Be careful with what you deposit and how you do it. This is Claudine Andrews with eXp Realty with Scott Simpson from Interest Mortgage. We'll see you next time.
Go Bengals.